Hello and good afternoon to another Thursday's Travel Talk with Travel Time. It's a little bit different today. We're coming to you live from the Caribbean. We're at Beaches Turks and Caicos, where I'm joined by Tanya Swann, who's the sales manager here, and we're just going to chat for a few minutes and let you know what it's like to live here right now and be enjoying a vacation. We have a second camera that I'm going to add to the stream that is going to it's going to show a little bit of a different perspective on us sitting here giving this little chat to you. And also, um, let me see if I can widen that up. There you go. Yeah, so we're gonna try to give you a little bit of an authentic look at what it is to be at Beaches Turks and Caicos this week. I'm here on vacation with my family, and couldn't resist the opportunity to bring you a little bit of a live feed to show you that it's a great life here in Beaches Turks and Caicos. And Tanya, you can share with us from the vibe on resort. It certainly appears to us like everybody's having a great vacation here.
Good afternoon, everyone, and it's a pleasure being here with Ms. Lois. We're actually sitting on top at the Sky Restaurant, so we're overlooking the beautiful turquoise waters and, of course, the quiet, quaint Key West. Right now, everything is buzzing. Everybody's still traveling. I mean, I know we are dealing with COVID and everything and around the world, but here at Beaches Turks in the Turks and Caicos and at Beaches Turks and Caicos, persons are picking up with traveling and everything. We do have our protocols in place for the island as well as for the resort itself. And we are seeing lots more persons traveling and they are enjoying the resort. I mean, right now we're in about 80%. So we are like 18 to 1900 people here and they're all having a wonderful time. Who, who is not out on the catamaran?
Hmm.
They are around the pool or they're getting a massage
Like us,
or,
we're in our cabana,
or you're in the
and the
cabana
butler
by
is
the
bringing us
pool,
lunch. Yeah, exactly.
and with families, the kids, they are probably checked into the camp, enjoying their activities. So, I know persons out there are a little bit timid or afraid to travel, but I can assure you that if you travel to the Caribbean, especially to Turks and Caicos and Beaches Turks and Caicos, you're going to be safe and you're going to be relaxed and you're going to enjoy yourself. Because I know persons out there who hasn't traveled for a while, but once you get here, you're gonna be like, "Woosah! I'm glad I made it."
Yeah, it's like we've stepped out of COVID zone for a little while, and obviously all the proper precautions are being taken. Just be clear about that because I know people would like to know that that's the case when they're traveling to any destination right now. And to enter the Turks and Caicos, we had to have a negative COVID test, we had to be fully vaccinated, and we had to fill out a travel authorization form. So that's the kinds of extra hoops you have to go through to travel right now. But being here on the ground for this past week, I can say that it's worth it to do those hoops. And I know Canadians are probably, the most reluctant to basically step outside their bubble in their country and travel. But where would you say most of your guests are from, Tanya, right now?
From the US, and then we see Canada has been picking up as well with guests. Last about 2 weeks ago, we had a group with about 40 persons from Canada that
Okay.
was here, so it's picking up.
And I have heard as well that even though there wasn't a lot of Canadians traveling, in past months, that there was occasional people, even though we didn't have direct flights, there was still
Yes,
ways to get here that people were
yes,
taking advantage of,
very
correct?
much so.
We actually have
Have
a
a
visit.
guest, yes.
We have a guest. Come right over this
You
way.
sure?
Yeah, positive.
I'm sure you guys were
So
having a good conversation.
we have the pleasure of being joined by the general manager of
Oh,
the
hello
resort,
there.
and this is our Thursday's Travel Talk with Travel Time. And today
Awesome.
we have the opportunity of doing it right here from this beautiful property. And we're enjoying the kind hospitality of your staff. Our butlers are really taking care of us. So welcome.
Well, thanks, Lois. It's nice to see you up here. You got one of the most beautiful views of the entire resort sitting up here in the sky.
Yeah, we have our
I like
second
it.
camera doing its job over there in
Doing the
another
video,
screen, and
yeah,
yeah,
very
showing
good.
showing the guests what our view and our setting here right now is like. This is
Yeah,
a beautiful restaurant, by the way.
yeah,
A
it is.
breakfast overlooking the Caribbean Sea. You can't beat that.
Yeah, I mean the views from up here are fantastic in the morning, and then in the evening we actually have this is one of our adult-only restaurants for
Hmm.
dinner. and to see the sunset going out on the west side over here. A lot of proposals, I would say, have been done up here at this spot.
That's a great
over the
idea.
years.
We do deal with the romance travel market from Travel Time, and we get lots of requests for destination weddings in particular, anniversary trips. But proposals is one that we certainly could fill a niche with, and this would be a beautiful location to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've enjoyed. I saw you enjoying the pool the other day over at the French Village. That's
Absolutely.
my favorite pool, right?
I'm a cabana girl.
Yeah.
I like to be in the shade. Keep that sun off this Newfoundland face that hasn't seen the sun in quite some time.
Yeah.
So this is just a beautiful setting, and like the number of restaurants and the whole experience that is there for us and for your guests is absolutely phenomenal at this location.
Yeah.
Like there is something for everybody, and I'm here with my family, which is mostly adults, but we have our 17-month-old granddaughter with us, and she's enjoying it, but so are the adults. Like there were so many activities and things to do.
Well, we appreciate you making the trip, to travel during, the COVID period, if you will, and just knowing what's going on and what is required to come into Turks and Caicos, which a very much a sought after destination. The world's best beach is right here in Grace Bay. We've obviously the world's best all-inclusive family resort, and to know that vaccinations are required to come into the country, but the travel insurance is required. And it's nice that we actually take care of the travel insurance for our guests, so we can send that to them and they can upload that quickly. And then the return, COVID test that's needed to get back into countries, we're taking care of that as well at the resort right here. So it's very convenient. You don't have to go anywhere, and there's no extra expense for that as well.
Guests watching right now live have the opportunity to post a question.
Okay.
And somebody's asking where we are, so you might want to give a little bit of a.
Yeah, so we're in Turks and Caicos. This is Beaches Turks and Caicos Resort Villages and Spa on the beautiful North Shore here, Grace Bay Beach, which is right at our doorstep. We are the world's best all-inclusive family resort. We are a large resort. We have over 750 rooms that are here, 45 different room categories. But we have over 100 acres that we have here. So a half a mile of that world's best beach is at our doorstep.
Right.
We have, as you were saying, 21 different dining outlets on the resort, along with a water park, 14 pools, entertainment staff, children's programs. I mean, everything that a family would want, we have.
You even have food trucks here.
We do, yeah. The mac and cheese truck.
Food trucks have become a phenomenon, even in our city, in St. John's.
Yeah.
And people, we're not sitting around outside, obviously. The temperatures don't dictate that. But even to go pick up food from a food truck is a novelty.
It is.
So being able to do it right here from this beautiful setting is quite cool.
Yeah, I mean, we got, again, the mac and cheese truck has got 10 varieties of macaroni and cheese. And, you might think, well, what else can you do with it? We have found a way to do that. And
I had the crab mac and cheese, and it's very good. I can attest
delicious.
to that.
And even if you have a gluten allergy, we have an gluten-free mac and cheese offering as well, which is very cool. And then we have the Curls and Swirls frozen yogurt van that's there. And then again, from there, just a wide variety of restaurants. One of the things that I like to just remind people about our brand per se is it really sets the bar at a whole different level when it comes to all-inclusive resorts. Some you may have, just buffet restaurants. When we talk about 21, only 3 of those are buffet outlets. The rest are all a la carte offerings. So from Italian to Japanese to Mediterranean seafood to Tex-Mex to Indian, the cuisine range is very wide and diverse. So you don't have to eat the same thing every day, and we don't count your meals. So if you want to eat,
and you don't count the calories,
and we
either.
don't, nope. And
the a la cartes are available for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which is that's phenomenal. Great service all the way around, and if you have the services of a butler, they'll bring your a la carte meals from whichever restaurant you wish. And that is it doesn't sound like it's a whole lot, but when you're sitting in your cabana, you've been in and out of the pool, and you're just relaxing, it is true luxury, a true luxury experience.
Yeah, and again, we have so many varieties. And for adults, I mean, we're a family resort, but we do have some adult-only areas of the resort as well. We have an adult-only pool. We have an adult jacuzzi. We have 2 of the restaurants are adult only, 16 and up. Like I said, Sky here for dinner, and then Sapodilla's in the Caribbean Village, and then Le Petit Chateau, our French restaurant, is 12 and up. But again, we're not a children's resort. I just like to reiterate that it's a family resort. So Many of our guests are, you'll see multi-generational families coming in. You'll see neighborhoods of families that come in and travel together. And so when we have big groups that do come in, we can help make those dining reservations for those family members so they can dine together while on resort as well.
When a family comes to us at Travel Time and wants to know our opinion on a great family vacation option, without reservation, we can always say the very best option that we know of for an all-inclusive experience for families is Beaches Turks and Caicos, which is why I'm here this week with my family.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and I mean, you're very familiar, and this is why, again, using a travel advisor such as Lois, to what's required to come in, but to also steer you in the right direction about maybe the type of accommodation that best fits that family that's looking to travel, right?
There is a whole, you mentioned there's 45 room categories,
right.
And I've seen most of them, I think, but I'm staying in one this time that I haven't stayed in before, which is a 2-bedroom butler suite, and it has an upstairs bedroom. I did a little video of that, which you can find on my Facebook page when we first arrived. And there's everything from accommodations for a family of 4 to larger families. There's lots of categories that can take a family of 5. And even when there's larger groups with the, extended family and grandparents, somewhere such like the room I'm in or a variety of other ones can accommodate larger groups. So
yeah, for sure. And then for the other activities, I know we kind of focused on food a lot, but like I said, this beach is the best in the world. The 3rd largest barrier reef in the world surrounds this island. And so the reef itself, for water sports enthusiasts, for dive enthusiasts.
2 of our party have done scuba this week.
Have they?
So, yes.
And I mean, it's phenomenal. You're not going to be able to dive in these kind of waters and see the things that you see on a consistent basis on your dives. We're talking shark and dolphin and rays and turtles and obviously multitudes of fish and things of this nature that you're going to see on these dives. And I mean, the clarity is wonderful, and all of the diving is included as well. So if you're certified, you can go out and it's unlimited diving while you're here. And that is something that, again, if you were just paying for that on your own, you're probably going to drop a couple $100 per person every time you go out and dive.
For sure. Yes. And you mentioned that there is quite a bit of repeat guests, like some guests that you say that the babies have grown up at beaches.
They have. Our children's program and the entire resort children's program offering that we have lends itself to make sure that no matter how old you are, there's going to be an activity in a group and something that the kids would enjoy. And our relationship with Sesame Street is one that is just absolutely phenomenal. The characters that are on the resort, they do activities every day, with the younger kids, and you can go and bake cookies with Cookie Monster, which is a pretty cool experience, right? Mm-hmm. You want to be tucked in at nighttime and read a bedtime story by Elmo, that can happen. We have the shows that are on each evening, and then as the kids get a little older, maybe they've outgrown the time with Elmo, but our tweens programs, our teens programs are all geared to make sure that those groups of young people have fun while they're on resort. They're not just hanging out in one spot. We're doing treasure hunts, and we're doing arts and crafts. We're sand building. We're, going all throughout the resort, going snorkeling with
that
the
amazing
kids.
water park
Yeah.
as well.
And the water park,
phenomenal.
You got a surf simulator right here on property. You've got the water slides, the lazy river. And when the teens get here, we've got teen secluded areas where the parents aren't even allowed to go in there, right? They're in there with the teen counselors, in their own lounge. We have a nightclub that is only set up for the teens until 11 o'clock, and then the adults get to go in afterwards. So they get to feel like they're getting their own vacation, and really mom and dad get to have their vacation as well, as a family unit, or if they want to separate a little bit, they know that they're in good hands with us. And you mentioned the people that have come back here year after year. One of my favorite things is when they pull up in the van, we say welcome home, and the kids go, okay, mom and dad, we'll see you later. And they head off before even checking in. They know right where they're going to go.
They know what
the
they
team
want
members,
to see.
Yeah, that they're going to see and what they have been looking forward to doing on this trip.
And I know there's a few groups on property this week for weddings. And we've had a few wedding groups come here ourselves as well from Travel Time. But this is probably pretty much the ideal setting.
Yeah.
Because you have the whole Sandals and Beaches wedding program here with all those details taken care of, but the perfect setting for the vacation for everybody in the group, the adults and the children. So, there's another purpose for vacation when there's a wedding involved. But having it at this level is just something that is not readily available too many places.
You're right. And that destination wedding, we really have cornered the market on it. Obviously with Sandals and, all the couples that have been coming to our Sandals resorts for years, they have children, right? Mm-hmm. And we see a lot of retie the knots and those ceremonial weddings that they want to have, as they get older, and they want the kids to be a part of that experience as they, renew their vows. So, and larger groups that maybe haven't been able to have larger wedding parties, in their own smaller communities. We have the ability to do that here, working with the protocols in the country. And so you can have, a group of 50 or 100 people that want to come and have a wedding event that they have always wanted to come to Turks and Caicos, and they get to enjoy all of the resort, and then obviously get to celebrate that special occasion with the bride and groom.
Yes, all of our wedding groups that have come, and actually all of our families. I know some of my pictures I've posted on social media since we got here this time. Some of our past guests that have been here before have been saying, I can't wait to come back again. So that is, it won't be your cheapest vacation, but as far as the value that you get included in your vacation, there's not a whole lot more we can offer than what we can offer you here at Beaches Turks and Caicos.
Very well said. Very well said. Yeah. These kind of memories are priceless.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we all need those vacation memories again. We've severely lacked them in the last 20 months. I know from Newfoundland, where we're located, people have been really in a lockdown position as far as vacations are concerned. But it's so good to feel that just by being here and experiencing this, that travel is alive and well. It's coming back. People's comfort levels will return at different times. But when you're ready, we're ready. We've already been here and experienced it. We can tell you it's as good as ever. And we look forward to when you're ready to plan your vacation, that we will be here to assist you with that. So without further ado, I think I need to get back to my cabana.
I think that's good. And I think it's calling you. That pina colada underneath the cabana, it's calling your name.
And I'd just like to say thank you so much to Jamie and to Tanya here for sharing and bringing more information to you all that will just kind of reinforce that, this vacation experience is a good one. We had our PCR test done this morning, and we'll be heading home on Saturday, unfortunately, but we look forward to the time when we can come back again. The inclusions is something we should talk about too before we sign off. This is the location where in order to come, that insurance that's needed to be here, and which would cover any COVID possibilities or quarantine possibilities, is all included by Beaches. And then that PCR test that we paid $125 each for to come, it's all included going home. So that part we don't need to consider again as a cost. And it just, all of the boxes are ticked, and everything that they can do to make it as seamless as possible. So thank you again. We really appreciate you being here with us.
Our pleasure. Thank you all. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.